Hello, welcome back to Steve's Retirement Corner. Be careful of lifestyle creep. Before I get started in this video, it's going to be a big week at the corner, monumental week down here at the corner. See, Monday, 2 days ago, I was my anniversary for making my decision to retire at the end of this year. January 6th or June 6th, 2021 was the day I decided to leave. See, Saturday would be my firstborn's getting married. Tickled to death over it. Just happy as I can be over it. And then Sunday, the next day, marks my 200 days left till I retire. So that one there really tickles me. I'm ready for that one. But lifestyle creep, if you can control that, if you can watch that and keep it down, you you build up a natural buffer for bad economies like this. I was thinking about this last night at work and it hit me. Uh, you know, in my opinion, it's what I look for. The stock market, uh, you have a bear stock market, you have a recession. I figure every 5 to 7 years, and I'm figuring they last anywhere between 12 and 18 months. Depending on what the policies coming out of DC are, is whether they make it any worse or longer. And I have as far as them interest rates going up, I look for them to go back up. I don't think they'll get as high as they were in the 80s, but they very well might. And I got no timeline on any of that stuff. I figure the stock market start coming back probably next summer, maybe early fall. And inflation is totally controlled by energy, I believe. Because everything you see, you do or use every day, just about every day, is transported some kind of way, or it's got to be made. And that energy cost eats all that stuff up. It tears profit away from corporations and companies, just like it does you and your own household. So, you know, I don't think when this bear market drops, it's going to be a raging bull. I think it probably creep up. That's the sneaky one. It's the creeping up and the creeping down is that's the ones you miss out on. You know, if it jumps big one way or the other, and everybody gets aware of it, and they move. But if it creep up and down, they sneak up on you before you know you lost $100,000 or you gained 100 or whatever. So, but I'm really a dumbass on this kind of stuff because I never think about it. Never, very rarely do I ever think about inflation or interest rates or the stock market going up and down. I, if I don't hear about it on TV, I don't see it in the news. Unless I'm filling the truck up, check my balance on the daggone 401. I never give it a second thought. Never have. And I figured out last night why. It's because we didn't allow lifestyle to creep up on us. You know, if you're fortunate enough, to make it into your 50s, you've gotten a double whammy over your time and not even realized it. You know, it's sort of like, what's that thing old Ramsey talks about, that debt snowball, as far as paying down your debt. You know, you just keep building it and building and building, and eventually you got them all down. Adding one debt payment to another one to pay it down, and adding both of those to the next and paying it down. It's the same way for lifestyle creep. If you can avoid that, you're paying your bills down and your income is coming up. So you got less going out and you got more coming in. As long as you don't blow that stuff coming in, you get a natural buffer there. You got more than you can use. Well, it's not more than you can use, but more than you spend. I mean, I can use every nickel I got, but I just don't. But you got that natural buffer built in it where you can handle the swings in the market, or you can handle some inflation, and it not really affect you. You won't be saving anything, but you don't have to dip into your savings to cover it because you have that natural buffer. You know, instead of spending 55 grand a year, I spend 50. I save that other five. Well, I got that's 10% buffer I got right there that I can spend during the year if I have to. I won't save a nickel that year, but it doesn't hamper me any kind of way. You know, it's, that's just what I've done over the time. You know, I expect a down market every 5 to 7 years. I know it's going to last a year, year and a half. That's what I expect. You know, and interest rates have never stopped me from buying anything. We bought our house. It was 10.5%, and we was lucky to get it. And I never refinanced it. I kept it and just paid it off. That shows you how big a dumbass I am on this stuff. I don't know anything about it. Nothing. I made a lot of financial bad moves all because of that stuff. But I think in the end, everything worked out perfect. That's me. I think that's about it. I just, that lifestyle creep and keeping up with the Joneses is two big things you have to control. And, we didn't set out to plan it that way. It just naturally happened. There's no way I could have come up with something like that idea. You know, it just naturally over time happened. We were happy. We had plenty extra money when we started paying off the house and the kids left. You know, we would bank it, and if we wanted to take a trip, we just use that money to take a trip. You know, you know, air conditioner blew up, we'd go buy a new one, and it didn't really affect us because that was money that we were putting away automatically. It was money we had coming in that we didn't use. We've been putting the same amount in the bank. I don't know, all around about the past 8, 10 years. The same amount goes in there every week, has been for at least 8 years. And that's what covers all of our living expenses. It covers everything. And whatever's left over goes in a savings account. Now, I didn't mention this. I mentioned something about only getting 53% of my check bring home here a week or so ago. But out of that 53%, I figured up last night that we're probably saving 10%, 10 to 12% of that. It's just because my check has increased, my expenses have stayed the same. So that gives me a natural buffer right there. That's exactly why I don't ever think of this stuff. Because I mean, things got to get real bad for me to eat into my savings account, other than what the money I'm putting in there for this year. And so I never give it a second thought. Well, that's about all I got. Just just a word of caution, you know. But you don't have to take nothing from me, 'cause like I said, I just dumb lucked into this. It's not, it's nothing I planned, but it seemed to work out okay for me. I'm happy with it. Gives me a lot of peace and stress freeness. Well, y'all be good. Y'all make it a good day, will you? We'll talk at you later.